Alright everyone, it's unboxing time. Today we have AlwasAwakening, the 8-bit edition, physical NES cartridge, as well as RetroBit's new digital edition. This is a really cool idea that I love seeing come out here, but very interesting release. This is a indie game that RetroBit is publishing in physical format for the NES system. The game itself is done by EldenPixel, and it is a really fun game, actually. So I've had a lot of fun learning more about this game over the last couple months, and it's just great to see this actually finally arrive. So we are going to dive in and see what we got to look at here. So let's do it. So we're going to start off with the digital edition here because I find this absolutely fascinating. It's a transparent box that can also be used as a display stand for the USB thumb drive of Zoe here that contains a ROM of the game as well as the manual and a bunch of other goodies. And this being the 8-bit edition, it's all done up in an 8-bit aesthetic, which is just super cool to look at. But we got a number of the different enemy types on the sides, and then the back gives us a description of the game itself. And again, this is a release by EldenPixel and distributed by RetroBit. And then we got a digital certificate down here for 1280 of 3000. Very cool. But just going to pop this open real quick. Maybe I could be smarter than the box. And inside, we get access to that USB thumb drive. Oh, and that's cool. It can slide in and out, so you can actually just set it down somewhere. Like that's fun. And then it extends. Gotta give it a little bit of a push there for that to work. But that's really neat. I just love the 8-bit aesthetic to this, I'm not gonna lie. This is so fun. Like, we got sharp pixel edges and everything. Very cool. Beep. But we'll take a look at the contents that come on this USB flash drive in just a moment. Alright, on to the physical NES edition. AlwasAwakening, the 8-bit edition. EldenPixel. Love the colors of this box, not gonna lie. Like, it just... this purplish blue, like, it just really stands out so nicely. AlwasAwakening, we got a shelf tab back here. And then all of the info is actually on an outer sticker. I kind of wish it had been printed on the back, but oh well. So, gives us a brief description of everything that's going to be in here. Nice overview picture, shows us that this is compatible for NES consoles, NTSC, and PAL. And then one-player game. So, very nifty. But I'm just going to go ahead and get this opened up as well. I'm not going to drag this out like I have some other videos here. I'm going to respect your time. Yeah, so like I said, that is just on the outside, unfortunately. I'm going to probably, like, cut this off or try to remove it. There we go. Alright, so it didn't all come off with the adhesive, but either way, I can now save that and put it inside the box. So, on the back, EldenPixel, RetroBits, and more of the landscape environment of the land of Alwa. Love the glossy lettering on Zoe and AlwasAwakening. The title, like, looks so good. And then, I believe this is a slipcover. Yep, there we go. So, slipcover comes off. Just set that right there for now. And we get the inner NES box. And again, all the main pieces are glossy. Like, this is cool. And we see Zoe here using one of the magic spells featured in the game. That is just a fun inner box, I'm not going to lie. Like, so nice. And I love how it looks like an old piece of parchment here. Like, it's all aesthetically scuffed. Like, that looks cool. And now we got a new back of the box here where we get the description of the game once again. Some in-game screenshots. Oh, very fun. Very, very fun. But let's see if we can open this up. Yeah. Looking forward to RetroBit's release of Battletoads and Double Dragon, because they're going to be changing up their box type to a hardcover type, so you don't ever have to worry about bending these flaps or anything like that ever again. But first up, we have the cartridge here, and this is really cool. It's like an ice type cartridge. You can see Zoe inside the cartridge there, which is really cool. Label is super glossy. I still kind of wish that they were able to replicate the matte labels of yesteryear, but I mean, it works out okay. AlwasAwakening 8-bit edition. But, love this. Love this right here. And then, again, it's kind of hard to see it, but, like, you just got another render of Zoe on the PCB there. So, like, I love that. I love that little extra touch. Like, it's so cool. And then, of course, the PCBs are proper voltage as well as beveled, so that way you don't have to worry about them damaging your original hardware. But that is just a freaking awesome cartridge. Love that. And then the full colored instruction booklet here, AlwasAwakening. Table of contents. Words from the developer. Little intro to the game world and the game itself. Wake Up Zoe. All the different places you get to visit. Control setup. Loading a game, starting a game. This game does have full save support, which is awesome. Your spells, upgrades, portals. Take down the evil vicar. Game display. Subscreen. Game over screen. Items. Enemy types. This is fun. More enemy types. More enemy types. More enemy types. So many enemies. It's awesome. Then we got the hint section. And then support page. As well as the EldenPixel staff credits right there, which is really cool. And then you can write down your own notes. Loved these old note sections back in classic games. But that is not all, my friends. We got a piece of styrofoam. Classic. Classic. But anyway, inside we have this envelope of a little bit of extra goodies here, and my goodness, that just does not look so fun. Like, look at that. It looks all mossy and glorious. But inside we've got the certificate of authenticity, and that is thick. Holy cow, that's like the thickest one yet. Oh, that's cool. It's gold bordered. Oh, that's super cool. That is so cool. But yeah, 1701 of 5,000. Not bad. Not bad. Nice and glossy. Oh, this is such a cool certificate compared to some of the other releases. Oh, here we go. Lenticular cards. Love lenticular cards. They're so fun. And then the back has that glossy appearance again, too. Ah, it's so fun. Then we have a behind the game little interview that comes included. That's cool. I'm going to have to read over that in a minute. And then we have a little poster here. It's a sideways poster this time, depicting the city in the game. Like, this is really cool. So you enter there and you go across here, and you have to do a jump over there across that water area to get to another area. Like, oh, that's freaking cool. Oops, sorry. Sorry, Cartridge. Love it. That's just a lot of fun. But there we have it. All of the contents included in the AlwasAwakening 8-bit edition, physical NES version, and digital edition. Great packaging, great looking cartridge, just the quality I've come to expect from RetroBit over the last couple of releases. I just absolutely love these releases, and RetroBit has just been knocking it out of the park each and every time. I'm also liking that they're taking into account fan feedback who just want more standardized releases rather than having a bunch of extra stuff in it. So, I mean, we got a more slimmed down package here with just a couple of extra art pieces and no oversized big bulky boxes this time around. Like, this is cool stuff. But let's go ahead and dive into this digital edition here real quick so we can see the contents that come with it and a quick demonstration of the gameplay itself. Alright, so inserting the digital edition into my computer now. And let's open this up here. So we've got digital USB contents, and inside we've got a PDF of the instruction booklet. So just what we saw on the physical version, just in PDF format. Very cool. Then we've got the interview in PDF format. Sweet. Thank you notice. So thank you all for picking up the 8-bit edition. I don't think we got one of these in my NES version. Interesting. Maybe it was in the manual. Let's see here. We got some exclusive wallpapers. So we've got a bunch of different sizes. 1024 by 768, 1280 by 1024, 1920 by 1080. Interesting size choices, I have to say. I mean, who has a 1024 by 768 display that they're using these days? Those are fun. And then we have the actual ROM file itself, AlwasAwakening NES. So I'm just going to copy that over to my desktop real quick. And there we go. I don't have to mess with any of that other stuff at the moment. But there we go, AlwasAwakening NES. I'm going to add this to my NES ROMs folder here real quick. There we go. How about we open it up? This is, like, such a cool game to see on the NES. Like, very, very impressive that they were able to do this on NES hardware. Like, it looks so good. I mean, the NES is capable of a lot more things than I like to give it credit for a lot of the time. Unfortunately, I just never really think about it. And then I just get blown away every time. But there's our magic staff. And now we can attack things. Yay! But for any of you who like your Metroidvania type games, like this is the one for you. Like, it's so good. And it is quite tough when you first play it, but you're able to learn it out pretty quickly, and you can beat this game pretty quick. Like, this is a great speedrunning game. And yep, they even have a death counter. It's amazing. And there you have it, AlwasAwakening, the 8-bit edition from EldenPixels, published by RetroBit. Fantastic quality looking release, just, love it every time I see it. Like, I cannot get enough of these releases, man. Like, when they're done well, I go a little gaga over it. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I I go gaga over. I love it. And I love this concept of the Digital Edition here, and I hope that we get to see more of these in the future. Like, that's just awesome, because not everyone still has an NES or an NES clone system to take advantage of this type of releases, but something like this, like a nice legal way to get a game ROM for something that you're interested in, play it on anything you want, like, fantastic. Like, beautiful. But man, I'm glad I still own an NES, because like this cartridge is freaking sick. And it honestly makes me really excited for Battletoads Double Dragon coming out on NES. It's on open pre-order right now, for those of you that are curious about other RetroBit releases that are coming up. Battletoads and Double Dragon NES version, open pre-orders running right now until May 22nd. So if you're interested, like what you see in this release, get that pre-order in so you can get that one secured as well. And then they also have an SNES edition coming out later this year, which is pretty sick. But we have one more little special surprise here for each and every one of you that have made it to the end of today's video. So down in the description here, you will see a link for a trio of giveaways. That's right, trio of giveaways here. So first of all, RetroBit is sponsoring a giveaway for an AlwasAwakening 8-bit edition, as you see here. So if you didn't pre-order one, here's your chance to win one now, courtesy of RetroBit. Second, I have pre-ordered an extra digital edition that will be arriving here shortly. Pre-orders that were made for all these versions are coming in just in a couple weeks. So we're going to be doing a giveaway on a digital edition from me, because I pre-ordered an extra one here. So we're going to have one of those going as well. And finally, we also have a giveaway for the upcoming 8-bit edition of Battletoads and Double Dragon, once again courtesy of RetroBit. So get entered in on that one, and when those games release, that will be shipped out your way. So we'll be running the giveaway, but you won't see your copy for a while, because those are still in open pre-order, and it takes about 4 or 5 months for these things to come out. So just enter to win. You have one secured. Good to go. But that's how we do it. But thank you so much for watching today's unboxing video of AlwasAwakening, the 8-bit edition. Just, again, fantastic quality, great game. I've really enjoyed AlwasAwakening. I started playing this one a couple months back. Gotten to try out the 8-bit edition before, like, just fantastic game right here, and I'm so excited to see it, like, finally out and soon to be in everybody's hands. But big thank you to RetroBit for letting me check out an early media sample. Again, pre-orders are shipping out here in the next week or so, so just be on the lookout for those to come. But now, big thank you to each and every one of you for watching today's video. If you could do me a couple of huge favors here, please hit that thumbs up, thumbs down button, depending on how much you like this video, as well as hit that sub button notification bell so you can see when new content goes live on the channel. So much more to come your way, and I'd love to have each and every one of you along for the ride. Now, if you're curious in helping out the channel further, you can check out that join button somewhere down here on YouTube, or the Patreon link in the bottom right hand corner of the screen that should pop up right around here. Little goes a long way to keep this place up and running and bringing this content to you, as well as sponsoring things like a digital giveaway that I purchased myself. But yeah, big shout out to all of our current champions. Thank you so much for being amazing. You're rock stars. Just thank you so much for believing what we do and helping us keep it going. But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, keep on gaming. We'll see you back next video.